The Wizarding World has arrived in Denver. It's Harry Potter and the Cursed Child takes the stage at the Buell Theatre with mind-blowing magic. I mean, the effects in this show, I saw it last night, literally are mind-blowing. It's so cool. I was just like squinting, like, how are they doing this? It is a Tony Award-winning play as well. It's a show that you do not want to miss.
That's the tough thing about filling in for Sam. Does Sam go with you?
Yes,
oh,
yes.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Okay.
We saw it last night.
So she got to see the show, and I got to fill in and ask the question. Joining us today is Ryan Hallahan, who plays the infamous Slytherin Draco Malfoy. Ryan, thanks so much for joining us. I did not see you last night, but when I met you just now, I said, wait a minute, of course, you have a wig, a blonde wig, because Draco is blonde.
Yes.
First of all, congratulations. You just told us before we came on, this is your first?
This is my first Broadway tour, yeah.
So cool.
Yes, yes. It's been very, very exciting and really a once-in-a-lifetime experience and opportunity, and it's just been a blast from the very beginning.
And such an iconic show. You're playing such an iconic character in this iconic world. How is that, taking that on, knowing that audiences like have their own vision of you and what you should look like and sound like and all that stuff?
Absolutely. Well, one thing that's nice about it is that whenever if the audience has sort of preconceived notions about the character, they're getting them from the books and they're getting them to a certain extent from the films, and those things are available to me as well. As an actor, that's really helpful to be able to have so much source material to go to. And what I have found is that people are very generous. They want to know that you're taking good care of this story and of these characters. There's a sense of sort of stewardship that kind of goes along with that. But generally speaking, they're just very excited to be there. They're excited to see Harry and Hermione and Ron and Draco and all these characters that they love. And the embrace that we've gotten from fans, you know, you go out the stage door at the end of the night in any city that we go to, whether it's Denver or Boston or St. Louis, people are just so enamored with the entire thing, and it just feels like a gift every night.
There's got to be a certain amount of bringing yourself to the character, and I would imagine the director of a show would allow more of that if they wanted to or not. How much of yourself were you, or your interpretation, were you able to bring?
Sure, yeah, it's a great question. I think one of the things that I connected to a lot, you know, I'm not a father, but I am a son, and I had a father of my own, and so a big part of the story is the relationship between fathers and sons, and that's Harry and his son, and of course Draco and his as well. And thinking a lot about the complexities of fatherhood and about wanting to be a certain type of father but not necessarily knowing how because you didn't have one. And that's something that I sort of think about, and it's something that I know that my own father thought about a lot. And so there's all these sort of personal conversations that I had with my dad, who passed away in 2016, but these conversations that he and I had when I was a boy and when I was a teenager that have come up throughout my mind as we've been working on it, and that's been very gratifying.
Yeah, it's very special. I do have to ask, because you were involved in some of these stunts, it really just like blew me away. That one scene when you guys are fighting, you're flipping around and chairs are flipping. I'm like, what is going on up there? How much fun was that? How much of the physicality do you have to, you know, really be involved in doing this show? Yeah,
so it's a blast. I mean, it is a lot of fun. And I saw the show the day before I auditioned for it. I saw it on Broadway and knew that I was going in for Draco, and so I saw the scene that you're talking about, this wizarding battle between Draco and Harry, and they're flipping in the air, and they're floating through the air, and they're flying around, and having no idea how it was done, and then the excitement of getting to actually see how it was done and to learn how to do it, and practicing it. You know, we go up on stage a couple times a week and we practice it and everything, and there's a physical demand that is required of people that are doing this show, but there's something extremely gratifying about that, and there's nothing better. There's a particular moment in the show, I don't want to say too much about it, but there's a particular moment in that scene where I have to be, I move in a way you wouldn't expect a person to move, and it gets a audible reaction from the audience every night, and it's a blast.
That's got to be so gratifying.
Well, you know, the one great thing about getting to talk to you is hearing that story about your dad. I'm sorry, by the way.
Thank you.
And that when audiences see, they'll have that connection to you. I think is beautiful. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yep. Okay. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child at the Buell Theatre through June 21st. Tickets, visit denvercenter.org.